Luffy vs Kaido, a battle that kept us on the edge of our seats for nearly 60 episodes, is often hailed as one of the greatest showdowns in One Piece history. But within this colossal battle lies many unforgettable moments. So today I've curated a list of my personal top 10 favorite moments from this legendary fight. So without any more delay, let's get straight to it. At number 10, we have each of the moments when Kaido knocks out Luffy. Now I know this technically isn't one scene, but I enjoyed them all the same. Because it's not often you see the MC get destroyed this bad, this many times in the same fight. Luffy got knocked out not one, not two, but 3 times. And it reminds us how much of a monster Kaido is. Which after Gear 5, people seem to have forgotten how powerful he really is. But not me. Hot take here, but I think that even after Gear 5, Kaido beats Luffy if they were to have a rematch. Leave a comment below on what you think. Number 9 brings us the infamous sky-splitting Conqueror's Haki clash. Not only was this just an epic scene to watch, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Previously, the only times we've seen similar clashes were the ones between Whitebeard and Shanks, Kaido and Big Mom, and most notably by Roger and Whitebeard. And if you haven't realized yet, all the peoples I just mentioned are at the very least Yonko level. So Luffy being able to do this really shows us how strong he's gotten, as he's at the doorsteps to becoming a Yonko himself. At number 8, we witnessed the final clash of the Wano arc, featuring Luffy's Bajrang gun and Kaido's Flame Dragon Torch. This was a fitting climax for this amazing arc, as these were the strongest attack in each of their arsenals, which resulted in a clash that was bigger than anything we've ever seen before in the show, easily making Luffy's previous country-destroying attack on Doflamingo a few arcs back look like child's play. However, the reason it's so low on the list is because this scene was dragged out across 3 episodes, which to me really took away from the intensity and the impact of this clash. Nevertheless, it's still worthy of a spot on this top 10. Coming in at number 7 is a lighter moment in the battle, Drunk Kaido. It's these unexpected comedic moments that add a unique element to this intense showdown. It genuinely was something that made me laugh in what should have otherwise been a very serious battle. Seeing Kaido drunk and going through all of the emotions he felt was refreshing to see, considering his typical serious and cold-hearted nature. And as you'll see with some of the other moments on this list, comedic relief is something Oda loves doing. Taking the 6th spot, we have Luffy and Yamato's tag team attack. Now, I don't have much to say about this scene other than that it was just epic and amazingly animated. I know some people don't like this particular style, but I for one loved it. From Luffy's entrance on adult Momonosuke to his Snake Man transformation, and to top it all off, the White Serpent x Jet Culverin attack that had even Kaido shook wasn't for show either. That shit was so powerful it practically knocked Kaido off of Onigashima, but considering how durable and strong this guy is, it probably didn't do much. Regardless, this was still one for the books. Breaking into the top 5, we have Luffy finally defeating Kaido. After a grueling fight, seeing Kaido fall to the ground while Luffy is gasping for air and smiling was just an amazing moment. It almost felt like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders and I didn't even do anything other than watch. What made this scene even better was Luffy's laugh at the end, which reminded me of Roger's laugh on Laugh Tale. And the flashback we see of Kaido revealing Joy Boy's identity to King was a nice touch as well. This win was the culmination of nearly 10 years of build-up, if you consider the episode in Punk Hazard where Luffy and Law decided to take down Kaido, which took place in 2013. It's a bittersweet moment considering Wano is one of my favorite arcs, but I can't wait to see what's in store next for Luffy and his crew. Landing at number 4 is Luffy unlocking and using Advanced Conqueror's Haki. This moment showcased his mastery of this rare ability and left us in awe of his growth. Although Luffy isn't the smartest guy out there, this scene perfectly showcased his battle IQ and adaptability. Advanced Conquerors wasn't even something Luffy knew before this, but after being hit with it by Kaido a few times, he not only learned of its existence, but he was also able to use it. And it was insane to see. From the action sequence, to the original opening playing, to the impact frames, these moments were just epic. My only criticism of it is when he hits Kaido with that nasty uppercut. Some of the lighting, as you see here, kind of obstructs the viewing of this scene. But outside of this, it's well deserving of the number 4 spot. Cracking the top 3, we have Gum Gum Lightning and the whole fight sequence surrounding it. First of all, Luffy grabbing and using lightning like that just goes to show you how broken his awakening is. Dude can literally do anything he wants. But more than the absurdness of the attack, this episode was probably the best animated Gear 5 episode of them all. I mean, just look at this. The action sequences were just insane, but despite Luffy's crazy ability, Kaido still manages to hold his own and beat the shit out of Luffy anyways. I also thought Kaido's speech was dope, where he says that at the end of the day, those with strong hakis will always be the ones to come out on top, regardless of how strong a devil fruit is, which pays homage to the late Pirate King Gold D. Roger himself. The runner-up on the list is the punch that kicked it all off, and I'm not talking about Luffy and Kaido's first encounter. We don't talk about that. I'm talking about Luffy's epic Red Rock in episode 1015. Arguably one of the greatest One Piece episodes of all time. Not only was that punch beautifully animated and satisfying to watch for dropping Kaido's big ass onto the floor, but everything leading up to that was a masterpiece. From Luffy pulling up to the rooftop, to walking past 2 Emperors of the Sea with no regard for who they are, to the emotional scene with Kinemon and the Scabbards. I know all of that doesn't necessarily fall in the category of the fight, but it's hard to ignore all of the context of that Red Rock, which is why it deserves the number 2 spot on our list. And finally, at number 1, to no one's surprise, we have none other than Luffy's Gear 5 Awakening. The most highly anticipated episode in all of anime in recent years. People will argue whether this historic anime moment broke the internet, but we all know it did, and for good reason. This episode brought so much joy, like I couldn't stop smiling and laughing while watching it. And I think that's exactly what Oda wanted to accomplish. People will complain saying it was too goofy and childish, but those people either don't watch One Piece or have only watched it on TikTok. This is the epitome of who Luffy is as a character, and seeing it manifest in this new power-up and give Kaido a run for his money was simply amazing. And on top of all of that, the scenes with the Gorosei was epic as well. Them revealing Luffy's Devil Fruit must be one of, if not the biggest plot twist in the show's history. All in all, a near 10 out of 10 episode for me if it wasn't for that damn Orochi. Oh, and how can I forget everyone's favorite moment? So there you have it, my top 10 favorite moments from the Luffy vs Kaido fight that spanned 61 episodes. I hope you enjoyed this countdown, and if you have your own favorite moments or thoughts to share, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with more One Piece content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.